Hello everyone, it is Leisha Chamberlain and we are on step 5 of our meal planning process. So just to give you a quick recap before we get started with step 5 today, on our step 1 we organized all of our food groups, and if you are using the Portion Fix system, then you are organizing your containers. On step 2, we planned dinners. Step 3, we planned our lunches. Step 4, we did breakfasts, and on step 5, we are planning snacks and filling in those gaps, just filling in any of those food groups or portions that we are missing. So we're going to go over some good snack ideas, some different options, and I'll show you how I plan out my snacks. But first, we just want to talk a little bit about why we get those cravings for snacks, even if we're not actually hungry. You know, we all have that tendency to just really get the munchies or to need just a little snack. So one of the biggest reasons that happens is that it's your body's way of telling you that it's missing something. We crave certain things when we are missing specific nutrients. So by improving your overall nutrition, you are already going to be handling those snack cravings. You're probably just immediately, or not immediately, maybe not that quickly, but by following a clean way of eating and by working on your nutrition more, you're going to pretty quickly see a difference in your cravings. You're going to be providing your body with what it needs or more of what it needs, so that you'll just gradually experience those cravings less and less. The second thing is, a lot of times we mistake hunger for thirst. So I always suggest, especially if you're having a craving for a snack or you think, oh, I feel hungry, I would always suggest drinking at least a glass of water and waiting 20 to 30 minutes or so and seeing if you really still feel hungry after that. If you don't feel hungry, then it was likely that you, one, were either just thirsty or that you were bored. So really listening to your body and giving it those things that it needs, water and rest and all of those things, is important for reducing your cravings as well. Another reason that we often feel hungry and want a snack even when we've had a good meal is because it's habit. And so one reason that I incorporate snacks into my meal plan is so that it's okay that I have that snack. I have always been someone who wanted a little something sweet after dinner, and before I always went for a sweet treat, for a dessert. So when I started working on my nutrition and working on improving my health, I still wanted that evening sweet treat or that evening snack. So to accommodate that habit, and to not feel like I was failing every time I had that snack in the evening, I wrote that into my meal plan, and I made it so that the snack that I had in the evening could include a fruit, so that I got that natural sweetness. So sometimes our snacking habits are just out of habit. And then the other thing is that a lot of times it has to do with our blood sugar levels too. We've talked a lot about those highs and lows in our blood sugar levels, and your snacking habits can be triggered off of those a lot too. If you are feeling those highs and lows a lot, then it's probably because you are maybe having too much sugar in your diet, you aren't getting enough protein and good fats to balance out your energy level, and that up and down will make you think, oh, I'm hungry, because it goes back to your body telling you, hey, I'm missing something, I need more of whatever it is. So figuring out your snacks and what works for you at different points of the day is going to be a little bit of a guessing game for a while. You're gonna have to try some things and you know, you may have to tweak here and there, but it really is about filling in those gaps between your larger main meals and just giving yourself a little bit of something in those hours between your main meals so that you are keeping your energy levels consistent, you're keeping your blood sugar levels consistent, and you're really just fueling your body with good nutrition. That's what this is all about. So that is essentially why one, we crave snacks, but then two, why I just go ahead and write them into my meal plan, because I know naturally my body is going to want a little something. It's a long stretch to go from, you know, 6 or 7 a.m. to around noon when I normally am having breakfast and then lunch. So I use that window in between to have a little snack, to give myself a little bit of fuel, and to prevent those other negative habits. So now we're just going to go ahead and talk a little bit about your snack options, and I'm going to show you exactly how I fill in the gaps with my snacks. So I'm going to go ahead and my screen and show you my meal plan. Right, so you can see here we are just about done with our meal plan, and after today it will be complete, so that's pretty exciting. So again, just to go over everything, we filled in our servings of everything over here, and red again is protein, green are vegetables, purple is fruit, yellow are carbs, your orange are like seeds, dressings, and blue are healthy fats that are nuts, things like hummus, cheese, all fit within that category. So we already have breakfast, lunch, and dinner all filled in, and all we need to do is fill in our snacks. So you can already see I have right here, I typically for my snacks will do a purple and a blue in the morning. That partially is because of what I've included in my breakfast, and you know, I have several of the colors there in my breakfast. I do kind of a hearty breakfast to give myself that energy and fuel at the beginning of the day. So then midday, I just need a quick little pick-me-up, and I do include the blue there because that's a healthy fat that's going to give me sustained energy. The fruit is going to be something that gives me some immediate energy. It has that little bit of sweetness and sugar, natural sugar to it. So that's a good combo for me at that point in the morning. So again, with my snacks, a lot of them are pretty straightforward. So, you know, I do often do the same snack, you know, through that morning section, all the same throughout the week. I'll talk about some different options and show you some different options in my plan. But if you are somebody who likes routine and who wants to keep it consistent all throughout the week, then definitely just write in the same snack for the entire week. Don't stress yourself out thinking, oh, I really need to mix it up. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at our snack list. And so these are just a few of my favorites, a few things that I typically enjoy and that are easy and that are typically going to match my servings of what containers or food groups that I need during my snack time. So you can see, you know, I have almonds, veggies, and hummus, frozen grapes, which, by the way, if you have never tried frozen grapes, you need to. They're like candy, seriously. You know, red pepper with goat cheese, lots of different options there. But I'm looking for, I need a snack that is a purple and a blue. So I think for this section, I'm gonna do apple, and my blue, I'm gonna do almonds for this one. And then, I mean, honestly, I can fill in any fruit that I want there. So we do bananas a lot. I'll just go ahead and do an apple on Wednesday. And I think on the day that I do bananas, I'm gonna just do some peanuts and my apple and almonds. All right, okay, and this day I already have carrots. So another one of my favorite blue servings is hummus. So that day I'm gonna do carrots and hummus, and I still need a purple that day too. Because if you remember, when I was planning my breakfast on Thursday, my chosen breakfast didn't have the green serving, so I bumped it to my snack. So for this snack, instead of just being a purple and a blue, it's going to be a purple, a green, and a blue. And so I'm going to do carrots, hummus, and I'm just going to do a banana. And that's when you are doing a serving size for a banana, it is actually a half of a medium banana. So I don't know about you, but for me it's easy to just nom down a whole banana, but really if you're going serving size wise, portion size, it's a half of a medium banana. So that's important to keep in mind. All right, so let's see, any other snack options that I want to include. I'm gonna do string cheese Friday, mozzarella would work there, and then I'm gonna do some berries with that. So string cheese and berries. On Saturday I'm gonna do banana and peanuts again, because we sometimes are out and about on Saturday mornings to Saturday afternoons, and those two are things that are easy for me to take along with me. And then I'm gonna put string cheese and berries again here on Sunday. So that fills in that whole section of snacks. So that filled in my gap there. Now we're gonna go to the afternoon snack. Now this snack is a really important one for me to get right, because that is a period of the day when I sometimes hit that wall where I just get tired, I get groggy, I sometimes get grumpy. So I try to bulk up on this snack, honestly. So you can see for this portion of the day, I am doing a red, which is a protein, a green, which is a vegetable, and another blue, which again is healthy fats like almonds, peanuts, hummus, mozzarella cheese, cheddar cheese, those types of things. So for me personally, this is the point in the day when I often have my Shakeology. So Monday I'm gonna have Shakeology, and it counts as a green, it counts as protein. And then to make sure I get my green, I'm just gonna add some spinach in there. And for a blue, I'm going to do some more almonds. Okay, so that's Monday. Now if you remember, on Tuesday I wanted a fast, easy breakfast because I knew that I had to be somewhere in the morning. So Shakeology is not going to be the best option for me there. But I'm gonna look at my list, and I know turkey slices and cheese are one of my easy go-to snacks too. So I think that's what I'm gonna write in on Tuesday. So my turkey would be my red, with cheese would be my blue, and then I just need a green. So I think with that I'm going to do, some red pepper, sliced red pepper. That's what we'll do that day. Okay, so again on Wednesday, I'm just gonna go back and do my Shakeology, spinach, and almonds. And again, this is often a point in the day when I'm finding myself wanting something sweet again. That's a recurring theme of my meal plan. I have always had a sweet tooth, and so Shakeology gives me that that sweetness too, and it also in itself helps with those cravings because it provides the same nutrition as 5 salads. So again, we talked about how our cravings are really related to our nutrition. So if we're giving ourselves more nutrients, more nutrient dense foods in our snacks, then that's really going to help with our cravings. So we had Shakeology spinach and almonds on Wednesday, and this one is pretty standard for me, so that's what I'm going to write in for those days. For Thursday, Friday is going to be Shakeology. If you wanted to, you could always swap this with another protein-rich smoothie, but again, you're going to not necessarily get as many nutrients as you would from the Shakeology there. And almonds. Okay, and then again on Sunday, Sunday is similar to Tuesday, so I'm going to repeat those turkey slices with cheese and red pepper. You could do a couple different types of cheese there if you wanted to. If you like goat cheese, that would be a good option. Since I already have string cheese up here and some of my other options, I probably will just keep it consistent because again, that cuts down on how much I'm purchasing at the grocery store, so I can double up some of my snack options from one point in the day to another, or from one day to another, so that I can maximize what it is that I am purchasing at the store. So we filled in our afternoon snack that gave you some ideas there. Now we just need to do our last snack of the day. And again, this is my after dinner snack when I typically would have dessert, but I have planned a sweet snack into my meal plan so that I can still enjoy that flavor without getting off track. So again, our purple there is fruit, and our blue is just a healthy fat. So, you know, almonds, peanuts, hummus. I often do shredded coconut for that too. So I think for some of these, I'm gonna do berries with shredded coconut. When I do that, I'm actually going to probably half the serving of coconut that I would do, and it's actually going to be more the size of your orange one there. So berries with shredded coconut is what I'm doing that day. I'm going to do apple and almonds on Tuesday. And I'm going to go back and do berries here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do apple and almonds. Okay, what else do we want to include? I think Friday I like to make it a little fun, so I'm going to do some nice cream on Friday night, and how I make mine is just I freeze some bananas, and then literally you can toss those frozen bananas into the blender just by themselves and run it until they turn into a creamy consistency, and they will get you know, super creamy, just like ice cream. And my husband loves ice cream, is an ice cream connoisseur, and he enjoys our nice cream too. So I'm gonna do nice cream, and I think we'll do some peanuts on top of that as some crunch. Then we'll do berries and coconut. Then we're gonna finish the week off with nice cream and peanuts. Okay, so that fills in pretty much everything. The only thing that I didn't organize into my original schedule, I didn't put my teaspoons, which are those fats like nut butter, olive oil, things like that. So that's one thing I do try to go back and think about, okay, where am I going to fit in? I have 2 teaspoons. So where am I going to fit in 2 teaspoons? So I think on my days that I have berries with shredded coconut, I'm going to do a little bit of drizzled peanut butter. Peanut butter there, and peanut butter there. So that peanut butter counts as one of my teaspoons. Honestly, on a couple of these, I'm going to put, with my Shakeology, I'm going to put some peanut butter, or, well, let's do almond butter, since I'm doing the almonds anyway. Make that match. Get that same flavor. So almond butter here. And it is important to incorporate those teaspoons. That's a question I get from a lot of people. Well, you know, it's fat. Do I really have to include it? It is, because our focus is all on nutrition, on giving your body the nutrients that it needs so that you can function at an optimal level, and so that you are not having those extra cravings, so that you're really getting what your body needs for fuel. So don't skimp on your teaspoons. So I'm gonna, in here with my Shakeology too, we're gonna do peanut butter, almond butter. Tuesday was my other day. And that's just a teaspoon, which is a lot less than you think. On the days that I have it with my berries, I like to just put that teaspoon in a microwave safe container and stick it in the microwave and melt it so that I can drizzle it over, and it goes a lot further that way and makes it seem like there's a lot more than there really is. So okay, let's go through and check. And we did almond butter and peanut butter, so we got our 2 teaspoons there. We got peanut butter, and I'm missing it here, so I need to write it in somewhere. I think I'm just gonna do drizzled almond butter with my apple here. Okay, on Wednesday we did almond butter and peanut butter, so we're good that day. On Thursday we have almond butter and so with my spaghetti squash here, I'm gonna want a little something to keep it moist, so I'm gonna use a little bit of olive oil, and that would be my 2nd teaspoon for that day. Okay, so on Friday we have almond butter, and we need a teaspoon somewhere else, so I'm just going to drizzle my nice cream with a little bit of peanut butter. And then on Saturday we have almond butter and peanut butter, we're good there. And Sunday we have peanut butter, and need to fill it in somewhere else. We're going to do peanut butter. And again, these were our teaspoons. And so that's, you know, fats like olive oil, nut butter, things like that. So that is our meal plan. It is now complete. And to be extra sure, you can go back and on each day just double check, okay, you know, I have my protein, I have my veggie, I have my fruit, I have my carb. But we talked through that as we planned it out too, so I'm not going to do that with you right now. Go ahead and flip back around. So I know several of you mentioned wanting some new snack ideas. Really let yourself be creative and pick things that you are going to enjoy. I mean, yes, our food is all about fueling our bodies, but it should be enjoyable too. My basic guidelines for picking healthy snacks are: 1, go with whole foods. So try to avoid things that are packaged as much as you can, because you're getting not as many nutrients that way, and you are adding in some of those preservatives and things that your body doesn't really need. So try as much as you can to stick with whole foods. As you saw, we did a lot of whole fruit, we did nuts, what else did we do? We berries, which are fruit, cheese, things like that. The second thing is make sure they're nutrient dense. I can't emphasize enough how it's about nutrition. It's not just counting calories. It's not really just counting points. It's making sure you're giving your body the nutrients that it needs so that you have the most energy that you can, and so that you can shed any of that excess stuff, junk that's in your body, so that you can, you know, even lose weight. So if you normally retain a little bit of water, improving your nutrition will get rid of all of that stuff. And also keep it low to no sugar, especially no artificial sugar, but lower sugar. Again, all goes back to that high and low of your blood sugar levels. And when you are having a fruit, make sure that you did like we did with our snacks, and pair it with a healthy fat, or make sure there's a protein there. So it really balances it out and provides you with that consistent level of energy. So those are my basic guidelines for choosing healthy snacks, and this is how we fill in the gaps in our meal plans with snacks. You definitely can shift things around to fit them in as you need to. And if you're someone who is busy working all day and maybe you don't have time to stop and have a snack mid-morning, or maybe you know, you aren't an evening snacker like I am, then if that's not a time that you need a snack, don't just skip those servings, don't just skip those containers, just place them in another mealtime. So maybe if you don't have time for a morning snack, then you'll shift that extra fruit serving to be with breakfast, or you'll shift it down to be with lunch. Don't feel like you are boxed in to doing it this way. This is just what I have found to really work for my body, so that I have the most energy that I can, and that I avoid those highs and lows in my blood sugar. And so honestly, this is really what has made the difference in my weight loss journey as well. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope the training was informative for you, and I just want to thank you for joining me, and I look forward to touching base with you and answering any other questions that I can. And please do go ahead and drop your complete meal plans in the comments, so that we all get some extra ideas and can share and learn from one another. See ya!